Hello, I'm Mike James. I'm 42 years old, a husband and a father of two, a 3 and a 15-year-old, and I've recently been awarded the inaugural 2014 Father of the Year award. When Dean rang me and he told me I'd been awarded Father of the Year, I was actually in the car with my kids and it was Father's Day and we're all heading out for lunch, and I don't think the moment could have been capped any better than the fact that I was with my beautiful wife beside me and my 2 kids in the back seat. My dad, he was a very hard man. He came from a completely different generation of men, and his father was twice as hard as he was, and it just was a way it was passed down the line. He was a very caring man, but my dad's way of looking at raising kids was stiff upper lip, never show them any emotion. Did you have fun? Did you? Get to know your kids. Get to know what interests them, what inspires them, and take an interest in that. My son wanted to play basketball recently, and obviously I'm 5'7", I'm very short, and basketball was never something that I would have considered playing or took an interest in. But I could see that he was so interested in it. He was buying clothes and he was watching it on TV. And for me to just sit down next to him and say, "What's this about, mate? What are you watching?" "You could be mine." Do you know Stephen Adler played drums on that? I think this is what life's about, being a man, is if you can pass on what it is to be a good man onto other young kids. They don't have to be kids of your own. It can be the apprentice at the factory. It can be your nephew, your cousins, kids you meet in the street. If you can pass on your life skills and this is what it takes to be a good man, please follow my guide and be a positive male role model. I think it's the best thing as a man you can be out there in the community. And to speak to other men about your issues and your problems and the way they raise kids, I think that's a fantastic thing you can do as well. Women worked this out hundreds of years ago that it's important to speak to each other. I think men in the last 10, 15 years are finally coming on board that let's not bottle things up, let's speak to each other about things, and we'll all find out that we're pretty similar people to each other. How are you? Yeah. I think all kids need boundaries. My little girl's 3, even by the time she was 2, she knew what yes and no meant. And it's important that kids know. And I think being a great husband can also come along as being a great father. They both go hand in hand. But I just admire anyone who takes the time to raise great kids. And it doesn't have to be a father. It doesn't have to be your own kids. It could be a nephew, your cousin, a tradesman and an apprentice almost form a father-son relationship. If you're guiding them in the right direction and you're steering them to become great men, there's nothing better in the world than doing that. So, yeah.